Good morning. We're back in Middle Earth and we are going to look for the entrance to Sir Thurk to get into Sabad Gathal. Hopefully. We're going to head down into the depths. We're going to kill a few orcs along the way. Find out if we still need any orcs for Orc Slayer. Oh, no, but we do need them for Globsnaga Slayer. We still need like 125 of them for that deed. So I will happily kill them. What's this? Oh, that stuff. I think that has to do with the epic battles. Which, since I never do them, kind of ignore that. Excuse me, you're in my way. Move. Oh, we went the wrong way again. Okay, so we're back down in the very depths of this place. And as we can see, the Globsnaga are still hanging out. They don't have a clue. And I'm not about to sell them one. And this fellow, he does not respond to you unless you have quest. So you could sit here and hang around him all day long. And he doesn't notice your existence. And you can't interact with him. Kind of looks like a giant rock. A giant glowing rock. I kind of wonder if he's one of the Nameless too. Which actually, the Nameless are mentioned. So, below the level of the gates lay mines, treasuries, and even dungeons, although far below the lowest deep of Khazad-dûm lay primordial tunnels in perpetual darkness, gnawed by nameless things that have lived there since the earliest beginning of Arda. Few, if any, ever glimpse these creatures, and no description of them is extant, with the possible exception of the Watcher in the Water, which Gandalf suggests that may have come from these regions. So all those creatures down in the Foundation of Stone are nameless. And they have been here since before the forming of the world. Alright. We have found the entrance.
The secret way out of the throne room of Durin was known to a few only, all of whom perished during the fall of the great dwarf kingdom. But the errant mark of a forgotten scribe preserved a record of its existence, and now it may be used to rescue the dwarf Bori from the clutches of the orcs.
And something else interesting is that it was Celebrimbor who helped build the West Gate, which stood on the border of Eregion. He, with his friend Narvi built the gate. Celebrimbor marked it with the runes. So I thought that was pretty interesting. This is incredible, Medriel. Can we really use this passage to get behind the walls of Zabad Cathal? For how long has this tunnel remained undiscovered by dwarf or orc? Let us find out. Well, let us see if this passage is what Broin thinks it is. Because I'm willing to go in here and die for some unknown possibilities. Come on, Arbor. Thank you. It's nice to have somebody help us out, even if it is an NPC. By the beard of Dorn. Look at this place, Medriel. Even in disrepair, such craftsmanship. Give me a moment. I will join you further ahead. It's pretty. Clear the way to the end of the passage, and I will rejoin you further ahead. It's pretty impressive, isn't it? Alright, so we get to keep going while he waits for us. And you notice we don't get an inspiration boost in this place. We have to provide our own boost. I have to be careful where we walk, because we don't really want to fall down into some deep depth, because like the birds of Khazad-dûm, you just don't know where the bottom is. It is a bit in disrepair, isn't it? Arbor has arrived at the end of Zurthurk. I believe now, my friend, Rushdurinul must be just ahead. I remember there used to be a bug right there where you had trouble transitioning because he wouldn't show up. And you wouldn't be able to finish the instance. You are right, Medriel. This was once Rushdurinul, the great throne room of Doran. The orcs have surely given it a crude new name, but it will always be Rushdurinul to the dwarves. Fight on into the orc encampment and search for Bori, Bozie's son. I will watch the rear to ensure that no creatures from Zerthurk surprise us while we are doing battle with the orcs. I will guard the rear while you search ahead. Okay, so we need to go on ahead. And of course, the orcs have pretty much taken over this area. Far away. Still too far away? It's kind of sad. This was once a great throne room, and now it is home to various and sundry orcs. Arbor has arrived at the orc encampment. Good work, Medriel, but it seems they are not keeping Bori here. We will confront Mazog directly, Medriel, and force him to tell us where Bori has been imprisoned. You know, last time somebody confronted Mazog, it didn't end up so well. Mazog will pay for his crimes. He will tell us what he has done with Bori. At least Arbor does his best to help. Whoa! Did I just take them all out with that? Okay. That skill is actually a lot more useful than I thought. How came these maggots before me? Were not the front gates barred? They were, Lord Mazog. What is your excuse, worm? How did these fools enter my fortress? I don't know, Lord Mazog. It is not possible. I will kill them for you. Enough of this, Mazog. You will tell us where you have imprisoned the dwarves you captured. I do not imprison dwarves, Rankbeard. I slay them. I am Mazog, cleaver of dwarf skulls and master of orcs. I will tear you limb from limb.
The end of your days.
Two of Celeborn's finest archers will pierce your heart at my command. Now where are the dwarves you imprisoned? Where is my cousin Bori? Dwarf slaves are no use to me. They are far too weak. One of the dwarves I slew, the rest I gave to Gorothul. Oh no. He will be halfway to Dol Guldur by now. I should kill you for all the hurts you have caused, Mazog. But I will not. You will remain my prisoner until the dwarves you sent away are rescued. And once we have stormed Dol Guldur and recovered the prisoners, only then will you die by my axe. I swear this oath by the throne of Doran. The dwarf Broin came to Buzangar not long after you left, and gave such a rousing speech that we could do nothing but follow him here. Who knew dwarfs could speak with such vigor? And now he is a prisoner, and has spoken an oath besides. I hope it will not end poorly for Broin or his friends, for there's a curious power to vows taken lightly. I got to thinking, Medriel, after you left, about all the things that you and others have been through, and I realized something. I can no longer stand by while others fight my fight. Once I resolved to leave my self-pity behind, I hurried to Buzangar and convinced the elves there to come with me in pursuit of you. Our fortunes held, and we arrived just when needed most. I must hope that Bori is still alive, and that he is one of the two dwarves sent to Dol Guldur. It is only this hope that can keep me fighting. So Broin actually pulled himself up by his bootstraps and came to help out. Let us leave this place, Medriel.
You see the good that can be done when elves and dwarves work together.
You see the good that can be done when elves and dwarves work together, Medriel. Mazog was right to fear the alliance, and hope that it should never come to pass. The dwarf Broin came to Lossathrond, winded from a long run, and asked that we accompany him in his pursuit of you. He claimed to have made an error by leaving you to attempt the rescue of his kinsman with Arbor alone, and his regret of that decision spurred him onward. You were fortunate that he regained his courage when he did, Medriel. You and Arbor both.
Haldir can arrange an audience for you with Lord Celeborn.
Lord Celeborn wishes to speak with you about what has happened to Medriel. Return to the Talon Haldir and speak with Haldir about arranging an audience with the Lord of Lorien. You will find Talon Haldir in a great tree on the banks of the Nimrodel, outside Lorien. So, we need to go back out into Lorien now. Which we can do very easily by traveling to Kraskaladon. How long will it be before that's useful again? 34 minutes. Yeah, picking up that Hurry Traveler pack was definitely a good choice. It was on sale, and it has made traveling a whole lot easier.
Hail, friend, and well met.
Alright, so we want to go to Ekad and Estelle. Okay, so another interesting little tidbit from the Second Age. It was Doran the Third who was in charge of Moria, or Khazad-dûm, during the War of Elves and Sauron, when Eregion was destroyed. And it was him who sent an army of his dwarves to attack Sauron's army at the rear flank, allowing the elves to escape. And of course, it was at that time that Elrond founded the elven city of Imladris as a refuge for the elves of Eregion. It is also said that Doran the Third received his ring from Celebrimbor himself. And I'm assuming this was before Celebrimbor knew what the actual nature of the rings was. It is kind of ironic that okay, so the three rings of the elves had no mark of Sauron on them because Celebrimbor made them himself. The 7 dwarven rings had almost no effect on the dwarves, aside from maybe increasing their greed. But other than that, well, the dwarves are a pretty stubborn lot and very independent, so the rings did not do what they were supposed to do, which is why Sauron was eager to actually either recover them or just have them destroyed. They were worthless to him.
It is good to see you again.
It is good to see you again, Madriel. Is it true that you have defeated Mazog in his own lair? Haldir smiles as you briefly tell your tale. You are truly an astonishment to me, my friend. I did not really expect the rumor to be true. Let me know when you are ready to see Lord Celeborn, and I will bring you to him as he requested.
I will take you to see Lord Celeborn, if you are ready.
I will take you to see Lord Celeborn, if you are ready to speak with him about your great doings in the dark depths of Moria. Alright, let's go talk to Lord Celeborn.
The defeat of Mazog has sent ripples of hope throughout the dwarves of the Iron Garrison. Though it be short-lived, my husband Celeborn must be satisfied with that victory and turn his eyes towards other dangers on the horizon.
We do not allow outsiders into the Golden Wood.
Lord Celeborn is waiting, Madriel. Come with me, for he greatly desires to speak with you. And he is alone. You have surprised me, Madriel. Not only did you defeat Gwawelin the Carog and diminish its corrupting influence in Buzangar, but you also managed to broker a peace of sort between elves and dwarves forced to stand together. That may seem a lesser matter when measured against such a creature as Gwawelin, but do not mistake it. Friendship between elf and dwarf may count for much in the days ahead. But I do not agree with one action you have taken, Madriel. Mazog is an enemy, and a foul one. His life should not have been spared. He cannot stay here. You cannot see it from here, Madriel, but far to the east, A great cloud lies always over Dol Guldur in southern Mirkwood. An evil stirs there, and it lies in watchfulness. It does not have the strength to move against us unless Thorn himself wages war upon Lorien. But its power is growing. We cannot wait for the force in Dol Guldur to come forth in strength. You must continue to be our eyes and ears, Medriel. To that end, I give you a gift, a cloak of elf make. Few indeed have been given such garments. May it serve you well on the road ahead, wherever it may lie. I thank you for the deeds you have already done, and also for those you will surely do in the future. Haldor will show you out, Medriel. So, this is Celebrimbar. Quite the leader and warrior in his own right. Haldir is quite a warrior too.
We do not allow outsiders into the Golden Wood.
Are you ready to leave, Medriel? I share Lord Celeborn's concerns. Let us discuss them as we walk. Come on.
The Iron Garrison struggled against new dangers unearthed in the depths of Moria, and the errant mark of a long-dead scribe brought to light a secret way to the throne room of Druin. Mazog was defeated, but not before revealing that his captives had been sent with Gorothul to Dol Guldur, the dark fortress in Mirkwood.
All right. The lady they have voicing Galadriel, beautiful voice. She did an excellent job.
When the time comes for us to cross the river and fight, I will call for you.
The winds of change are blowing, Medriel, and I fear they carry with them the onset of war. Lothlorien cannot remain isolated and in safety forever. Lord Celeborn's gaze must turn towards Mirkwood and the great shadow that lies over Dol Guldur. When the time comes to cross the river and fight, as it seems we must, I will call for you. Had I once thought it might not be necessary, I do not any longer. Too many signs seem to point in that direction. Stay well, Medriel. We will have need of you yet. So we have 3 different cloaks. We have Evade. Wait, okay, this one is Evade, Tactical, Vitality, Might, Power, and Morale. So your strength-based classes. Your Guardian, your Champion. Guardian, Champion. Wow. Why can't I remember the other one? Captain. Agility-based cloak. Of course, your Hunter, your Burglar, your Warden. I can't remember. Is the Brawler... I'll have to hop on Miss Vistula. Can't remember. I think the Brawler is might-based. And, of course, this one is for us. And it has Evade rating, Power, Will, Fate, and Maximum Morale. Alright, so, let's see. How is this going to work out for us? We're going to lose a tiny bit of health. Not a ton, like 45 points, so that's not bad. But we're going to gain Will and Fate. The Evade rating's a little less, but we're also going to get Maximum Power and a huge boost to our armor rating. Alright. In this piece, Tunic of Harmony, 93 Will, 47 Fate, maximum power, tactical critical multiplier. On any acid damage, 20% chance to receive effect plus 338 acid mitigation. Okay, so we would lose a ton of vitality, but we're going to hold on to it because I get the feeling that might be useful later. Alright.
The preparations required by the Golden Host will take some time.
Lord Celeborn is making preparations for a great incursion into Mirkwood, not for conquest, but to forestall the attack from Dol Guldur that must surely come. We are gathering supplies and making all things ready for the passage of the Maladrim, the Golden Host, and the Lord and Lady are carefully selecting those who will lead it. One of those I think likely to travel with the Golden Host is named Azuriel. She is a student of history and of the mysteries of the natural world, and spoke often with Mithrandir. On the rare occasion his business brought him to the Golden Wood. She seeks to know the true nature of things, and loves the unraveling of puzzles and secrets above all else. Azuriel has been asking for you, Medriel. She wished to hear the tale of Mazog's capture in the depths of Moria from your lips, and had questions to ask of you. Look for her on the high flat atop Karen Emeroth. Alright, so we're going back to Karen Emeroth. And I will be right back. Alright, we're back. And as you can see, I went ahead and headed over to Karen Emeroth. And we are going to speak to Azuriel, because she is eager to find out how we managed to capture Mazog.
Tell me what happened following Mazog's capture. How did you escape the throne room?
It is a pleasure to meet you at last, Medriel. I hope you will assist the Golden Host when the time comes to push forward into Mirkwood. Lord Celeborn has asked me to be involved in planning for the offense, so in order to fully understand the mind of the Captain Mazog, I listened to Gorothul's account of his capture. With interest, I learned of your infiltration through the secret way into the throne room of Mazog, but Gorothul ceased her tale at the point where the Ark leader was captured. I pressed her for more information, but she said the memory was grim, and she did not desire to relive it so soon. Tell me what happened following the capture of Mazog, Medriel. How were you able to escape from the very heart of Mazog's throne room, and with the king of the Ark still in tow?
I am ready to hear the rest of the story.
Alright, I'm ready to hear the rest of the story, Medriel. I want to know how you were able to escape from Rushdurinul, the very seat of Mazog's power, with the Orc King still a captive. It could not have been easy. And this, of course, is another solo quest, cannot be completed with a fellowship. And again, I don't know why.
Listen to the tale of your adventure along the secret road into Rushdurinul, where the Orc King Mazog was seized by the dwarves. But there was more to the story, and now she waits for you to tell it.
It is too soon to celebrate overmuch, Medriel, I know, but I have come even this far is something extraordinary. And yet I wonder, Mazog is of great value to the forces of the enemy. Can it be that they will consider a trade? If we were to bring Mazog before the gates of Dol Guldur, would Gorothul accept Mazog's life and trade for that of my cousin Bori? I have sworn a vow that my acts shall end Mazog's life. But if greater good could be accomplished by his survival, well, it becomes a more difficult question, Medriel. We cannot abandon Bori now. If we can trade Mazog for my cousin's freedom, we must do so. I mean no disrespect, Broin, but this cannot be. We cannot show Mazog even the slightest mercy. How many dwarves has he slain? How many of our people have died because of him? That is enough, Orver. How many elves and dwarves alike will suffer if Mazog is permitted to live, I wonder? What do you think, Medriel? So we can either agree with Broin, or we can disagree with Broin. I don't think it affects anything either way. I mean, I'm kind of with everyone else. Mazog's kind of dangerous, but at the same time, you know, if he could save Bori. Ooh, that's a rough one. I agree. We must spare him. I knew I could count on you, my friend. You were at Bori when he was captured, after all. It must weigh on you greatly as it does on me. If only I had never brought Ziggelberg from the darkness where it lay. Ah, but it is too late for regrets. Instead, let us plan for the future. Though I find it distasteful, we have no choice unless it be to leave Bori to die in torment within the dungeons of Dol Guldur. And that is no choice at all. Mazog will live. We will bring him to Dol Guldur and trade his freedom for that of my cousin. Thank you, Medriel. It pains me, truly it does, but we need Mazog. I hope you two know what you're doing. It is my decision to make, and I have made it. Come here, Medriel. Take these shackles, Medriel, and use them to bind Mazog's wrists. They are made of iron and should be strong enough to keep him secure as we fight our way from this place. Bind me at your peril, High Elf. Yeah, screw you. You think these bracelets can bind Mazog in his own domain. You are a fool if you think I cannot sunder these with even the smallest effort. But I will wait until you are most vulnerable, High Elf, and then you will feel my hands around your neck. Good, Medriel. Come here. Now we need to make our way from Rushdurinul, Medriel, but I fear we have taken too long already. The place will soon be swarming with orcs. If we hope to escape from here with our lives and that of our captive, we need someone to manage the flow of battle. I suggest that you accept that role. You will need to tell us what our support role should be as the battle ebbs and flows. Should we focus on improving your morale, your power, the strength of your attacks, or the fortitude of your defense? Shout your command by this banner, and we will modify our support role. You decide you're most in need of offense. Provide me with offensive support, you call. I'll make you suffer for that, Medriel. Yeah, Mazog has some interesting quips during this. It's too bad with him behind us we can't see them. There, now I can see them. Now is our chance. Let's move. Sorry, so we don't have to drag him kicking and screaming. But he's definitely eager to move. I think offensive support has been pretty good so far, so we're going to keep it. Oh, Broin's doing just fine. Okay. Die with shame. I would kill you myself for your futility. Aha, you cannot hope to defeat my troll. Where's my other troll? Useless maggots, you only brought one. That line never ceases to amuse me. Die with shame. He said that again. Yeah, he's already said that. Worthless worm, can you do nothing right? More from the rear. Now's our chance. If he stops, that means we're getting ready for some more battle here. Broin's holding his own pretty well. What, only one? I've got more where that one came from. Like this troll. He's about to get his butt kicked. Yeah. Excuse me. I don't believe this. Worthless curs. We're almost there. Once we reach Zerthurk, we should be safe. We have made it, Medril. Is that what you think? Rule here? You think I want to rule here? I have no desire to rule this miserable kingdom. You have no idea what's happening, do you? Gorothul's master is generous to his friends. He looks out for them. He tells them things. Mine will be the greatest of his armies. What reward do you desire? Gorothul asked of me. Only the kingdom that should be mine, I told him. That place will not do, he said. My master has commanded me to draw forth the great terrors of the abyss. That kingdom will never be free of them, he said, and only fools would disbelieve his words. You think you have defeated them? You sent them back to the deep shadow, but still they eye the world above. They hunger to return. Gorothul made certain they would remember the way. You have forced Mazog to submit. That was close, Metriel, but we have managed to bring Mazog once more under control. I should have known he would have some fight left. One thing is certain, friend High Elf. We will need to make some stronger shackles to hold our prisoner in the future. Quickly now, before more orcs attack, let us take Mazog with us and leave this place behind.
Your tale teaches a valuable lesson. We must not underestimate Mazog.
The tale of your escape from Rushdurinul with Mazog is still a captive was more harrowing than I expected, Metriel, and I thank you for recounting it to me. If we are to work with the dwarves to bring Mazog to Dol Guldur, as Broin intends, we must learn from the lesson of your tale. The Orc King is not to be underestimated. I trust that Broin's people are crafting new shackles for Mazog, to begin with the most obvious lesson of your escape. But there is more, friend High Elf. The words of Mazog make me wonder. Look first to your own doorstep before taking the fight to that of your enemy, it is said by the wise.
One thing Mazog said to you troubles me more than any other.
Much of Mazog's ramblings in the depths of Rushdurinul could have been empty bluster, the boasting and threats of a caged animal. But one thing he said troubles me more than any other, the revelation that the reward he seeks is the rule of another kingdom. Long have the orcs and dwarves battled in the caverns beneath the misty mountains, and the lineage of Mazog has been at the forefront of that conflict. If Mazog, son of Azog and brother of Bolg, has decided to abandon rule of Moria, it can only be because he feels Moria will no longer be fit to rule. What great evil must his ally Gorothul have set in motion in the depths that could so devastate that vast kingdom and make it unfit even for the rule of orcs? Return to Gwathrandath in the foundations of stone and speak with Linglamel and Forgland there. They have spent a great deal of time in the depths, and they know something about what we might be facing. Alright, so we have captured Mazog, and we have managed to extract him from his throne room with no injuries. But something he said did not sit right with anybody. And it is up to us to head back to the foundations of stone to see if we can figure out what exactly he meant by his words. But of course, that's going to be for next time. And until then,
Well, friend, and well met.
bye for now.